Yo.
What's up, brother?
Oh, you're quiet. Hold on, let me turn you up. Brother?
Yeah.
The fuck do you think you are?
I don't know. It just came into my head, I just felt like it. And, yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
Not bad. I've been playing Devil's Third, the highly controversial video game that's been spouted about this past week.
See, I like that, because I sent that message where I was just like, is it so bad it's good? And you're just like, no. It's
Well, I was on, I've recorded a Midnight Resistance last night, and we went into a big discussion about, games that are so bad they're good. And my defense, my point of view is that no, this is worse than that. It's a total fucking mess. Mm-hmm. You could forgive it. It's really bad texturing, and it's like, I don't know. You could forgive it a few things and say, yeah, this fits in. It's so bad, it's good. But then there are times where the frame drops, the frame rate just drops, and there's instant kill bosses and all sorts of shit. It's just like you just go, no, this is just shit. This is just shit.
Is it just shit because it's just not fun, basically?
Yeah, it gets really boring really quickly. Like, it's got an amazing... Do you know about the core mechanic behind it?
I don't know anything about it.
Thing. I know. So the idea is that it's a hack and slash game with first-person shooting in it. Mm-hmm. So what you do is, like, imagine playing Bayonetta, but then you'd hit left trigger, and it goes into first-person mode, like a gun comes up, like you're looking down the iron sights, and you could start, like, playing Call of Duty. You know what I mean? And then you let it go and it goes back to Bayonetta, if you know what I mean.
See, before you just say that and it just sounds really disorientating, is it?
That side of things isn't bad at all. In fact, it's excellent. Like, the way it's implemented, the way it works is just fantastic. Like, it really works. But then it does nothing with it. It's like as if it goes, yeah, that core concept's fine. Go. And then there are like big chunks of the game where it forgets that it's a hack and slash game and you're just constantly playing it like a first person shooter. It's like, there are turret sections that are just fucking gash. The story's shit. The characters are shit. The level design is really uninspiring and basic. The whole thing's just a fucking mess, man. Like, it's really weird that it's even coming out, but I suppose these games come along once in a while.
It's the Dead or Alive guy's game, right?
Yeah, it's the guy that created Dead or Alive, and he sort of made Ninja Gaiden into what it is now, because that wasn't really respected until he came along.
Yeah.
And then Ninja Gaiden become this big, thing amongst, it's a bit of a cult game, but people really liked it. But this is just a fucking state. What else can I tell you about it? Like, it's glitchy. Like, it's got glitches that I haven't seen since the PS2 era, like N64 shit. You know what I mean? You kill a guy and his gun will just float in midair. Or you kill a guy on the stairs and he'll walk forward onto an invisible platform and fall down and float in midair. Invisible walls everywhere. There's like there's a bit where I come across some scaffolding and I thought, I'll go underneath the scaffolding and into that corner and use that for cover. And I tried to go underneath the scaffolding, but it was just blocked off, like, by invisible walls. And you just think, Jesus Christ. Like, obviously, they were worried that people were going to go under the scaffolding and the character was going to freak out underneath, like, the cross bracing. So as the steelwork goes, like, closer to the floor, like, they were worried about what happens if someone walks along that line or something. And they just thought, oh, fuck it, just block it off with an invisible wall. It's like, oh, Jesus, man, this is in open space. Like, I prefer if they got rid of the scaffolding altogether. It's just a fucking mess.
Yeah, it's a shame as well, because it's a Wii U only game. Yeah, it's only for Wii U.
Yeah, it was announced 5 years ago, I think. Okay. It's been going for 5 years, and apparently it's gone through 4 different engines. They've tried out 4 different things, and I watched the E3 reveal of it, and it just looks nothing like what we've got. Like, just absolutely, there's like characters running along walls, and you got to shoot them off walls, and there's characters that you play as that I haven't seen yet. I mean, I'm 10 missions in now. I think I'm powering through to the end, but fucking hell, it's bad, man. It's bad.
That is a shame, because it is like the Wii U really needs games, actually. But it doesn't need games like that, obviously.
But it's just got a feeling that that's why it's on the Wii U and it's not coming to PS4 or Xbox One.
Well, because you think it'd get buried on those. Yeah.
God, no one would pay it. I mean, they'd probably sell a few because it's, it's on a popular console or whatever.
Yeah, but is anybody going to buy this just because there's no games? Because I still wouldn't buy it. If I only had a Wii U, I still wouldn't buy it if it's rubbish.
No, I don't think anyone's going to buy this thing. I just hope that, I've not tried the online yet, and the online, Itagaki, the guy that develops it, he has promised that it's going to be as big a step for first-person shooting online as Halo was. So,
hang on, what?
Yeah. So I'm going to be interested to see what that's like.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I mean, I'm just playing the campaign, and it's just dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've still got a little way to go. The review's not due till the end of next month, but so far it's getting a very low score, which is it is a shame, because I want every game to be brilliant, and especially I know you don't, especially games that have a genuinely interesting idea behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's I'm trying to think of an example of a game that has a really good idea, like Bulletstorm, for example. That had a really good idea of just making every kill points based, and but then if it didn't offer you new weapons along the way and different secondary weapons, and you were just fighting the same enemy over and over again, then you'd think, oh, for fuck's sake, you get bored of it and tired of the single idea. This what this game is, basically.
You see, I don't know. I just always find games which are appalling just fascinating.
Do you know what? Everyone says that. Play it.
It's fascinating though, because it's like the Duke Nukem Forever thing. You play it and it's not okay. It's not a terrible game, but it's bad.
Duke Nukem Forever was a better game than this. I had more fun with that game than this game.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it's that bad. Okay.
Yeah. I said it Duke Nukem Forever was alright, mainly because of the subject matter, the character involved. It was so bad that it was quite good, because I quite enjoyed it, even though it was just appalling, I still had some fun with it. With this, I'm just like, oh my god, why am I loading this up again?
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad shit.
No, you see, what I find interesting is, when you eventually get the story out of what happened and why it's like that. Because usually there are reasons. It's not just.
I think we already know. I think they're probably working on the next project, and they're just thinking, look, we've spent so much time and money on this thing, let's just put it out.
Yeah.
And it's just a mess. It's been through so many different iterations that I think, it got to the point where they just went, look, just get this fucking thing out. Draw a line under it. When really they should just hit that delete button. Do you know what I mean? Just get rid of everything. Just burn it all. Burn the fucking studio down and stuff.
Yeah.
It's bad, man. Which is in complete contrast to the other game I've mostly been playing this week, which is a game called Rocket League.
Yeah, I've heard of this. Is a PS4 game, yeah? Because I heard on another podcast they were talking about it.
Yeah, free on PS Plus this week, this month. It's just absolutely stunning. It's football, but there's a huge ball, and you're driving around in cars and trying to knock it in. And the more you play it, the more you realise that there's a lot of skill behind it. It's not just, it's not just a physics game, wacky. Oh, look, that's funny, isn't it? A car's pushing a ball into a goal. There's actually a science behind it. And Matt Murray and myself have been playing it a lot this week, and with every game we've noticed improvements, to the point now where I think the last game we played, or second to last game we played, Matt had it on the wing. I was defending, I was in goal, and then I noticed that he had control of the ball. The other two players were waiting in the centre, and I just stormed forward, hit my boost, burst into the area. I just went, Matt, I'm in the centre, and he flicked it off the wall, crossed it in, and I overhead kicked it. I spanned my car upside down and hit it with the back of my car into the top corner. And that was one of those moments where we just went, hold on, we planned that, and it worked. Holy shit, there is more to this game than meets the eye. Fantastic game. Really fucking good. So, it's one of those games I think I'm going to be playing quite a bit over the next week.
That's cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, some of them I can't play. I don't have a PS4. So,
no,
yeah,
sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Sucks to be James Farley.
I don't know, I might get one when Shenmue 3, well, no, it's not going to come out, is it? When that happens.
Sell your Wii. Sell your Wii.
Why would I do that?
Wow, it's a bit...
See, you've always been... I don't want to get into this with you because I'm going to get angry. But
you won't back me when I'm angry.
No, because you've never really given the machine a chance. Because
I bought the fucking thing, James.
But you haven't played it hardly at all. I know you haven't. You haven't played it that much.
If you remember correctly, I was going to go out and buy one, and you talked me out of it. So
yeah, which was the right thing to do at the time. But anyway, but the thing is, it's like because you've had. You see, the thing is, right. I had a long period of time when I didn't have a next-gen console, like I didn't have an Xbox One or anything, and I was solely only playing stuff on Wii U, and I really came to appreciate a lot of the games that were
released. Yes, because all you had. But if you had a Wii, if you had an Xbox One and a PS4, you'd be like, give a kid a virtual boy and he'll make fun out of it.
No. I think it's just, I think what it is if you have just one thing to focus on like that, you take more time to appreciate and then you find more from it.
Yeah, because you've got no fucking choice, James.
Yeah, but that's bullshit, because the thing is sometimes you need to focus on something before you can, like, pull away the layers and find out something that's really good from it. You can't just play it for, like, an hour and just go, yes, all right, but I'll play something else on another machine. Sometimes you have to play for longer than that.
Alternatively, you can force yourself to like it because it's all you've got.
That's not a fault. No, I did. I was taking a drink while you said that. And I thought your thing was going to be longer, but it wasn't. Anyway. That made no sense at all.
I like my Wii U. It's got some great games on it, but they're games that I won't play repeatedly over and over again until my eyes fall out. Unlike my Xbox One and PS4, where, I will play Destiny until the cows come home, until all the Red Balls are sold in the world. I will play FIFA until the end of day.
But the thing is there are games on like Wii U that I'm going to keep going back to.
Really?
Definitely, especially with my kids. I'm definitely going to go back and play those games again.
I think it's great for kids and that, but I don't know.
It's not. It's just you don't get it because you're not at that stage yet. You'll see. Give it another 2 years, and you'll be probably saying the same thing as me. Seriously,
the Mario 3D World is one of my favourite Marios in recent years. Like, I absolutely adore that game. Mm-hmm. Haven't played it for a long, long time. Know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
did you finish it?
Not 100% it. No.
Mm. Okay. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Anyway, I'm not. Yeah, okay. That's the thing. But anyway, we'll see what happens next with whatever Nintendo are doing. Because after this week's, are we going to talk about this at all?
What do you want?
Yeah. Eh?
What do you want out of a new Nintendo console?
What do I want from it?
Because we were talking about this on Midnight Resistance last night. I'd like to know your take.
Okay, this is what I want. I want one machine that's going to play stuff that I've already bought. Like, I want something that's going to play the virtual console stuff that I've already got, because I want them to create an account system which is actually the same as every other manufacturer on the planet has.
Right, okay, but that's a nice to have. That's not exactly the basis of the console, is it?
No, but I do want something that's portable, but also I can play at home. That's something else I think would be cool.
Do you really want that?
Yes,
that's
I do.
What you want?
Yeah, I really want that because I don't want. I think it would be better for Nintendo to just have one machine and not try and support two. I think it's not good for them to do that, and I wouldn't even mind them taking a graphic hit so that they can provide that. Because whatever they produce, right, is not going to be like cutting edge. It's never going to be. They're probably not even going to compete with what's out now. So I'd rather it focuses on, something which I can take around with me.
Right. Okay. So here's the question. Right. Would you rather? Right. There's two Nintendo consoles in front of you, and you get to choose the direction they take.
Yeah.
And they say to you, right, here we have a machine, Nintendo console, that is as powerful, if not more powerful, than the PS4. Mm-hmm. We've signed all these deals with third-party companies. We're going to, we're going to go for the big budget games, alongside all the usual Nintendo stuff you know and love, right?
Yeah.
Or if they go, here's a Wii U, but with, like, you can totally use it anywhere. Like, you can take it out with you. You don't have to be tied to the console or anything. Which one would you choose?
See, the thing is, it's a tough question, because the thing
It's a tough question. I'm the king of tough questions, James.
No, the reason it's tough is because the gamer in me would maybe be like, yeah, sure, go for the more powerful one, right? But the thing is I know that they're never going to do that.
Shut up, James. This isn't about whether they're going to do it or not. This is about you've got a choice. Which do you choose?
I'd probably still choose the second one. And the reason...
You're a liar and a psychopath.
Listen, let me explain to you why that is, right?
Because you're a fucking idiot. Go on.
No, because the thing is, right, is if they produce something which can compete with, like, PS4 and Xbox One, then why... I'd rather they had something to differentiate themselves. Do you see what I mean?
But they've still got the like insane Nintendo cat. Could you imagine a 3D Mario game with the ability, like with the power that these new generation of consoles have got?
Yeah, but
you imagine what that look like?
Yeah, but that's still not the most important thing. It's about how it plays. It's still more important. Because
Nintendo's still making it, you thick cunt.
No. What the hell was that for?
I've had a couple of drinks. I've had a couple of drinks tonight.
Yeah, I can tell. That was a bit much.
Fuck off.
Calm down. Anyway.
Sorry.
Anyway,
friends.
What are you drinking?
I had just a few beers. The work had suddenly decided to do some random barbecue for literally no reason whatsoever, and I had to go because Joe's out tonight. So I just thought, fuck it, I'm getting my fill. So I just downed a few pints and then got on the bus. Nearly pissed myself on the way home, and managed to make it to a pub before I urinated all over in my pants.
Nice.
So that's what you're dealing with.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah, okay. Thinking about it, probably, yeah, maybe I would go for the more powerful machine.
Of course you would. This is what I'm saying, right? Imagine a games console, like a Nintendo console, that has all your usual, third-party software, plus the genius that they come up with. Like, you take that every day of the week. That's
exactly what they tried to do with the Wii U, though. Like, in their own misguided way. Like, because, they did. At the beginning, there was that whole thing about how, oh, look, we've made it easier for third parties. Look, Mass Effect 3's coming out on it a year later. There was the whole thing, like so this is the other thing that always is really quite funny about Nintendo, is every single time they're about to release another machine, they always say, oh yeah, we realise we need more third parties to release games for us, so we're going to make sure that happens this time. And they say that every single time, and every single time it doesn't happen. I mean, it happened with the Wii, but it was mostly just shovelware, wasn't it? There wasn't like a lot of very good stuff.
No, it was all like, you had FIFA, the new FIFA game, and then the Wii U FIFA game. Do you know what I mean? The Wii FIFA game, it was like, it wasn't quite the same. Like, the thing is, they're not seriously going to consider third-party companies until they start competing on a hardware level.
It's not just the hardware. It's not. It's also it's like online and all that kind of stuff, which is a joke. It's not any good.
It is.
I mean, that was the other thing that when we did that Joypod thing, I wanted to moan about, was that they, like, during that E3, they didn't announce anything at all about any of the online stuff they were going to do. And, they did that deal with making smartphone games and all that. Nothing. They didn't mention anything about that.
It does make me wonder if they're going to go, we're going to bring out a Nintendo phone.
Oh, that'd be awful. That'd be the worst. I really hope they don't do that.
Well, you can't compete with, Android and Apple are just, they've got that market not locked down. Don't get me wrong. I don't think, I'm not stupid enough to think that there can't be another competitor enter the ring. I don't think Nintendo have got the experience.
And definitely not. I mean, look at Microsoft with Windows Phone. This is like one of the richest phone, companies on the planet. They couldn't leave her in there. Yeah. I don't think Nintendo's got a hope in hell.
But the reason why I say that, I think phones are more of a lifestyle thing. So it's kind of like, you're trying to convince people that Nintendo are a cool, fashionable company. They're just not. They're not.
Was that another slip there?
What do you mean?
I thought you just said a fashionable and used the C word, but that's
no,
not.
I said company. No,
okay.
They're just not. I love Nintendo to death, but they're not cool. They're not fashionable. It's just that's a fucking fact. So yeah, to try and sell a phone, I think would be fucking suicidal.
Yeah.
But there you go.
I don't think they'll do that. But I'm curious.
I don't think they'll do that either, to be honest with you. I'm curious. I'm definitely going to be interested in it, but unless they really want to go for power this time, they better have a fucking amazing idea.
I don't think they're going to go for power because there's all those rumours as well about how they've still got like tons and tons of chips left over from the Wii U that they're probably going to want to reuse because it's like they bought them all already, and they were expecting to use them like in the 100 million consoles or whatever, and then they got them all left over.
but who wants an underpowered console that you can play at home? Do you know what I mean? If they don't compete on a hardware level in terms of power, then that completely removes the need to play it at home. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Your idea or not your idea, obviously, but the rumours of, a console that you can play at home and handheld, it just makes it completely pointless because that, instead of being a Wii U that you can take portable with you, it'll be a DS that you can plug in at home. And there's a big difference between the two, you know what I mean?
No, if they released hardware that's like on a par with like the Wii U or maybe hopefully slightly better, and it's completely portable, you can carry it around, but you could also throw it onto the TV as well. Like you can with like AirPlay with things like Apple TV. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And if it's not very expensive, that'd be all right.
I don't know. Why would you want to play a subpar video, like a graphically weaker hardware, almost redundant game on when you've got fucking powerful hardware underneath your telly?
Because it depends on what kind of game you're playing. Like, if their most successful platforms have been is the handhelds really. Like they had like the DS, 3DS, that kind of thing. If this is more of like a next generation for that, then that's fine. Do you see what I mean?
No,
you don't. Okay,
what do you mean?
Well, look, you're saying that if it's a home console, then it needs to be at least as powerful as like what the current gen is, like PS4, Xbox One, yeah?
Sort of, yeah, go on.
But then portables are not at that level. Do you know what I mean? Like Vita is not at the same level as like a PS4 or an Xbox One, is it?
No.
And also 3DS definitely isn't. So it's like if this machine is more of a replacement for like 3DS and it's as powerful as like a Wii U, which is more powerful than like a Vita or whatever like that, that's not too bad. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, but then if it's just a handheld, it's just a handheld. And people that spent out money for the new 3DS are going to be like, hold on a minute. Do you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you? Like, you're a new 3DS owner. Aren't you just a little bit pissed that it's done nothing with that?
Well, I was kind of expecting this was going to happen because this is like a DSi all over again. That it's like the last throw of the dice before they move on.
Fucks it off, yeah.
It's it's a shame because it's actually really nice. Like the actual hardware is really nice. It's just they're not going to do anything. They're not doing anything with it, are they? Which was the other reason why that E3 was so disappointing because they showed no reason why you'd want to buy a 3DS. Like really,
no. It's going to be an interesting year next year for Nintendo. I think. Obviously, I mean, we're skirting around the issue, but the Iwata passing away is a big shock for gamers. But obviously, no doubt the company knew about it and they've got some sort of a plan to deal with that situation. But yeah, I mean, absolutely gutting. When that come through, I was genuinely shocked when I woke up and saw that all on Twitter.
Yeah, me too. What? It was really sad because, like, especially like you go back and you watch some of the videos he did. Like the one. Did you see the one on Game Center CX?
No, what was that?
Do you know Game Center CX? The Japanese show where they have like challenges and stuff. Have you ever seen it?
No.
It's okay. It's basically this Japanese guy, and they get him to play like really like the old like NES games and hard games, and then they just film him playing it, and then just like then edit it down into like just the funny bits basically of him, like, because he's not very good at games, so he's like just repeatedly messing up and that kind of thing. So anyway, it also went on that, and he was like interviewing him and that kind of thing. And it's really interesting. It's like, it's been said so much, but it did seem like, he did care quite a lot about games, which is,
as I said, what I said last night on Midnight Resistance was the thing with Iwata is that you genuinely connected with the man. You know what I mean? And I think that's why so many people were upset, because you take someone like, the example I gave last night was,
Don Matrick.
No, what's it, Major Nelson?
Yeah.
And it was like, there's no connection between gamers and him. Do you know what I mean? There's just not.
Yeah.
Like, he's definitely...
He's a corporate face, it's
exactly.
like, yeah.
And it sounds horrible because I don't know the man and maybe he's a nice guy, whatever, but his attitude when he's talking to the gamers is, it's like he's trying to be your mate as opposed to just genuinely presenting himself. And that's what Iwata always did. Like, he genuinely presented himself as just someone that was working within the industry trying to make good games for people. And that goes a long way. That sort of honesty goes a long way. Sad days, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Sad days. All right then. Okay, before I fall asleep, because I'm laying back on my sofa now, and I'm very close to just shutting my eyes.
All right. Well, see, people are going to be angry about this because this has been half an hour. We haven't even talked about Dark Souls yet.
It's not been half an hour, has it?
Yeah, it has.
Oh shit!
It's
sorry.
It's not so good. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I've got some stuff I need to talk to you about because I'm really not happy, to be honest.
Yeah, good. This is what I expected.
Well, because it's annoying, isn't it? I mean, Anolondo is annoying, like as a location, in the sense that since we last spoke, I have been attempting to beat the boss, the two guys.
Smough,
yeah. Now, the thing that's annoying about them is that actually, individually on their own, they're not that difficult.
No.
Like, as in, like, you go in hacking and slashing and their energy goes down. But the trouble is, combined, they're quite difficult to handle because, when you're hitting one, the other one's hitting you and stuff like that. But, I mean, I did it after a couple of attempts. I killed one of them. And I was like, great, now I can handle this. Then the other one went fucking massive. And, becomes, like, huge. And I was like, I've got no Estus flasks left because I've just used them, just getting through this bit. And now there's no way. And he's like, hit me, I'm dead, straight away. So that's
which one did you kill first?
I killed the fat guy first.
Wow, I think that's quite hard to do. I think it's easier to kill the skinny fella first,
Yeah, the skinny fella went massive. So I was, I wasn't that happy about that. But, so I've tried it a couple of times and I can't do it at the moment. It's really irritating me a lot.
Are you trying to summon, have you summoned, Soleil yet?
No, I've done no summoning yet. It's, as you said, I've only done that once the whole time I've been playing the game.
I have no idea why you're reluctant to do that.
Well, okay, the reason is because when we first started this whole shenanigans or whatever, you said about how, like, towards the end, people are always going on about they need humanity and everything all the time. So I've just been hoarding the stuff.
No,
so
what I said was once you hit Anolondo, people seem to really need humanity.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in Anolondo. That's why people need humanity, because they want to summon Solaire or someone to help them for Ornstein and Smough. Yeah. So you're at that point now where you could probably use quite a bit of humanity.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe I can try doing a summoning and see if that makes it a bit easier, because it's quite irritating, like, to be honest. Because it's just taken me quite a few times to try and I mean, the journey there, what I've done is I've opened up, the massive doors, at the end, and I've gone back to the first bonfire, because you get 10 Estus flasks from there. And it's not that far, and you can just run through basically to the boss.
Well, yeah, there's that. And have you found the? I
found the blacksmith as well.
Oh yeah, but have you found the sort of it's not a glitch. I think it is intentional, but there's sort of a dodgy shortcut that you can take advantage of. Those first spirally stairs that you come across.
Yeah, I think you mean the ones across
the ones that you go up.
The
Yeah. Go up them. and then if you turn back and look down, you can see the pathway that leads to that main hall. That's jumpable.
Right.
So you can jump over that. It takes quite a few attempts, but you can jump over that banister thing. And, and that cuts down the journey a lot. So that's what I was doing after hours and hours of trying to kill these guys.
Yeah, so, I mean, I found the blacksmith as well.
He's a dude, that bloke.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't really helped me, though, to be honest, because he's got nothing I really want or, to buy. I mean, I've got upgraded, like, my crossbow and stuff like that a bit, and my crossbow now is as powerful as my sword, which is quite good.
You've not got a, that'll help you with, Lautrec. Have you tried that fight yet?
Yeah, I was going to come to that in a second.
Alright, okay, before you go there, that's the guy that you need to talk to him about. You've not got a curved sword up to +10 yet, have you?
No, I haven't, no.
Yeah, that's what you've got to do with Quaelag's Soul. So
right, okay.
I've been telling you about the Fury Sword quite a bit. Well, what you need to do is get a curved sword up to +10, which you might need to go to Andre for. So it might be after Ornstein and Smough now, but you get a curved sword up to +10, and then use Quaelag's Soul to get the Fury Sword, and that's going to be your end game weapon.
Right, okay.
So
I'm presuming this sword is pretty powerful, yeah?
It's not at first. You need to really level up your dexterity, like I've been telling you, before it gets really powerful. But it does fire damage as well, so that's quite a big deal. That will help you with quite a few enemies.
Would it be helpful with this boss I'm doing right now?
Well, I'll tell you what would be. Did you check to see if you had the lightning spear?
I have. Well, actually, I didn't have it, and then I went back to Sen's Fortress and I got it.
Really? Fuck.
Yes, it's easy to go back. It's not that far, and the reason.
But then you've got to do the archers again and everything, right?
Yeah, no, not if you go from if you open the main gates of that the building, you could just walk back across. You don't have to go past the archers at all.
Ah, right. There's like another shortcut.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I even saw that.
Yeah, so I went back and I picked it up, and I found out where it was that I didn't find it, because I was searching the place, like, up and down. And then I found, do you remember those, the chests? Those ones that bite you?
Yeah, the mimics, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was the first mimic that you come across. And the first time that I went down there, I died. And I didn't bother going back down there, and that's where it is.
Oh, I see, I get you.
Yeah, so...
Right, okay. Oh, well, at least you got that now, that's cool.
But how does that help me?
Because it's, I'm not sure if Ornstein and Smough are weak to electricity, but I know that the dudes in the main hall are. So, yeah, and it's pretty powerful. But I think it's probably more powerful than the Drake sword you're using at the moment.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to update it, aren't I? I'm going to have to
I don't think so. I think it's still pretty powerful out of the box.
Because my Drake sword at the moment's at like 200 and something, and this one's only about 180 or something. It's not so good.
Mm. Yeah, but then it dishes out electric damage as well. You got to take that into account.
Mm-hmm.
So, so it might not seem. Also, one thing we spoke about last week. Have you been working on your parrying?
Yes, I have. I can do that as well.
And you've been taking down those knights.
Yeah. It's much easier to kill them. I mean, occasionally you get, if your timing's off, and then you're just like you're screwed.
There's a risk involved.
But generally now I've got it down. I found it easier than backstabbing. It's much easier than that. It's
cool. So, but just keep that. You won't need that a lot after Analondo. But just keep practicing it, because it'll just make the last boss a piece of piss. I think, if I remember correctly, the last boss didn't hit me once on like my third attempt because of the parrying. So it's a good skill to get down. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's okay. So, okay. Have you got any tips though for beating these guys?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Just beat them.
Oh, great.
Just do good and beat them. No, I mean, I told you everything. Like, kind of, sort of, keep your distance. Try and keep them both in view. And it's a really difficult one, James. There's no getting around it. I wish that there was like some sort of, easy tip that I can give you, but these guys they caused me no end of grief. They were probably, well, no, they were absolutely, definitely the hardest enemies that I come across in the game. So
when one of them goes massive, is there any way to prevent that from happening?
No.
Or not? Okay.
No. It's part of the story.
So when they go big, though, like, because they get their health back as well, they're like restored, and then I don't know what they're like to fight. What's it like to fight?
Pretty much exactly the same. Pretty much exactly the same as what they were when they were little. They just hit harder. So you just got to be a little bit more cautious.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you've got one of them down already is a good. Excuse me. It's a good sign that you've got one of them down already, because you can defeat them. But maybe you just need to summon and a little bit of help, and you'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I just I hated these two guys. I spent so long on them, and it was one of my sticking points where I just went, right, I'm never playing this game again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then one day a little dude come in, helped me, and we smashed them. So,
yeah, you see, I think I might try doing a summoning as well, because maybe that will help. Because it
probably will. I mean, it gives them more HP, so they're harder to defeat. But but it's the fact that you've got someone to distract while you're working away it's a big help. And I'll tell you this. I shouldn't tell you this, but I'll tell you this. The reward you get for defeating them is worth every bit of anguish that you've put in.
Okay.
Trust me with this. The reward you get at the end is totally 120% worthy of your anger and your frustration. So just a little something to cling on to.
All right. Well, okay, I'll try that. Now, also, I've attempted the other one as well. We're using the cracked orb or whatever, to do the invasion. Yeah. That one, the first time I did it, I died pretty much instantly. But the second time I had more luck, and that's because, the guy, the magic one with the thing.
Yeah, he's the hardest, yeah.
Well, I killed him straight away using arrows.
Oh, right, cool.
So he was down, so there was only two of them left. And then what I started to do was, there's stairs there. I started to, run up the stairs to try and keep some distance from them and, try and still take them down with arrows, but it didn't quite work out. But it's one of those things where I think I probably could do it if I'm sort of lucky enough. Because I just need to, as long as I can just get them down to just one of them, then I can do it. It's just, when there's two of them going at you, it's quite difficult.
Yeah, you'll do those guys. And again, that's well worth doing because it will help you later in the game. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So yeah, it sounds like you're under control.
Yeah, it is. It's just annoying. I'm kind of can't bring myself to switch it on at the moment.
Yeah, that is the worst feeling.
Because I just feel like, if I switch it on, I'm going to have to go and try this again. And I know I'm not going to do it on my first shot, which means I'm going to have to do this journey many times. And it's the whole, going from the bonfire to the fight. It's it's not a short distance. It's at least a couple of minutes to, run there. And so it's just kind of annoying thinking, I'm going to have to run there again. It's far away. It's just annoying.
Yeah, I did that. That is the worst feeling in Souls games. There is a point where you just feel like you can't be arsed. You'd rather play anything else just so that you don't have to face that guy again.
Yeah.
But then, I suppose that ties in with the lore episode where they said the moment you start feeling like that's you going hollow.
Yeah. It is, it's just I can't be bothered with the journey is the thing. It's the fight, I'm up for the fight. It's just having to do the journey again and again and again. That's the thing that's kind of annoying. But I don't know. I'm gonna this weekend. I'm gonna have to go. I mean, it's really annoying because this week I've had less time to play because I've got deadlines and everything for work, and there's just not been time. But
yeah, important though, is it? You could just ignore those deadlines, get away with it.
Yeah, sure.
Back it.
But yeah, I'll play it this weekend. Try and get through it.
Cool. All right then. I look forward to your next call. Yeah. Which I hope to hear a very happy James.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. Right. Okay, James.
All right, go and sleep it off.
Well, it's for the best. Yeah. I'm not that drunk. I just
you're just belligerently drunk.
You know when you've had a couple and you instantly get really tired and ratty.
Yeah.
That's the situation I'm in at the moment.
Okay.
Might play some Rocket League, actually. It might cheer me up.
Or make you more angry. You know, it's...
I might play some Devil's Third and go out and just, like, murder people.
Well, you could do that and then send the developer a nasty email. You know, just...
This is all your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like one of those people just, like, really, like, go off on one. You know, about how it's destroyed your life. You know, it's like, you know, you were so looking forward to it, etc.
Proper falling down moment.
Yeah.
Alright then, mate. Well, right. I'll catch you later. Good luck with Ornstein and Smough.
Yeah. Again. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.